Hey everyone, this is Shannon from theirishcrepper.com, and today I have another Christmas card for you. I've done some gold embossing, so hopefully you can see that. It's beautiful and shiny. It's a little bit more of an elegant Christmas card, but pretty easy to do if you have the supplies. So the stamp set the bundle that I'm using is the Christmas Gleaming, that coordinates with, oh, that's the wrong punch. That coordinates with these two punches. We are going to be using this one today. We're not using the little one, but it goes with that. I'm going to show you a little trick with this punch as well, that for the sentiment. And then I'm also getting an inside sentiment from The Greatest Part of Christmas. This is a whole set in our holiday catalog, and if you haven't noticed it, it's a great set. You can choose this as your Stampin' reward with a $150 order, whether that's an individual order or combined orders. I love the eyes and the fonts in this set, so I've been using it a lot. I really think it's a great set to have in your stash. Okay, so let me grab our supplies. Be using a piece of thick Whisper White. This is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. I have a piece of shaded Spruce that is 4 by 5 1/4. I have a piece of regular Whisper White that is 3 3/4 by 5. We are going to emboss that with our subtle embossing folder. Let me grab that out of here. We are also going to be using our shaded Spruce and Gold ribbon, our shaded Spruce ink, and then of course I'm using gold embossing powder, and I've done some of the work in advance just because it takes a little bit of time and I didn't want you guys to be watching me do that. So why don't we emboss first? Let me grab my die cut machine. I have my regular Big Shot platform. I'm going to take that piece of Whisper White that is 3 3/4 by 5. We will put that in. Grab one of our plates and let's roll that through. This is my absolute go-to embossing folder because it just gives you a nice little texture and really doesn't take away from the design of your card. Alright, so let's go ahead and adhere these together first. I'm going to grab some liquid glue. Okay, let's pick that up. Alright, and let's roll that. Let me grab a piece of our ribbon. Let me get my ribbon scissors here. And what I'm going to do with that is wrap that around. I'm going to use the cheater method. Grab a little piece of Scotch tape, and hopefully that's about right. We'll find out. Probably cut too much ribbon there. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is grab a little piece of Terran tape for the front of my ribbon, just to hold that in place. Just an easy, quick way, to adhere and make sure it sticks. Let me get the backing. Okay, where's my little piercer tool? Doesn't want to come up for me as easy as my first one. There we go. Okay. Alright, that looks good. Alright, we can trim that with our scissors here. Little hair. Alright. Okay, so now I can take this and put this down to our base. Love the colors in this project. Just very, traditional and Christmassy. I know my household is the right way. Let me double check. Yeah, my household just put up the Christmas tree and some decorations, so we're all feeling Christmassy, kind of getting prepared. A lot happening this season. Okay, so we're going to grab one of the larger ornaments, and let me grab, I had a scrap of Whisper White here. Oh, here it is. We will take our embossing buddy, wipe that. We have our Versamark here. Let's ink that up. You could use either one of the patterns in the ornament, in this size ornament. Let me give that a nice press. Get my Versamark off of that real quick. Alright, I like to keep my embossing powder in little containers. So I have my gold in here. So we are going to just put that right down. Give that a nice fling. You can see how that goes on. Let me get my heat tool and emboss that. How pretty that is. That nice shiny gold. Okay, we will take our punch. Now, just line this up. And then what I did was I also stamped the holly in the shaded spruce. I embossed that with the gold, and then I did the berries in cherry cobbler. And so how I'm going to do this is we're just going to kind of overlap, and I found glue dots are the perfect fit for the little berries. So I'm going to put 3 of those on, and then you can overlap those. Very easy to do. Let's grab another one here. Okay, and then let's overlap that like that. Alright, and then we're going to grab some more of our multi-purpose glue. I didn't pop anything up on this with dimensionals today. I just left it flat. So you could choose to do that however you would like. Make sure I'm straight here. That looks pretty good. Okay. Let's get some glue on here and on here. Okay. Alright, and then we are going to just set that down. Let's see how, you want to be sure you don't affect the score line of your card. Sometimes I like to set something heavy on there. So while that's setting for a moment, let me talk to you about our sentiment. So I stamped the Merry Christmas sentiment in the Versamark on a piece of cherry cobbler. I've embossed that in gold, and so I made this little decorative edge. So how I got that was using the ornament punch. So you can just feed your piece right through, and you can create another little cute label. So just make sure you've got it centered. That's probably that was my hardest part. And look at that. You have a cute little decorative piece. So let me grab my liquid glue now for this. I fussy cut the holly and those berries out too. I think I failed to mention that. So that's why I did those in advance, just so that you didn't have to see me cutting those. And so you can choose, maybe we'll put this one down here so it'll be a little bit different than our first one. And then I'm going to grab a Whisper White envelope. And I do have my berries here. We're going to use our shaded spruce ink. And let's stamp that right in the corner. I have our inside sentiment from the host set. And let's do that in the center of our card here. May this Yuletide season be filled with joy. And then I have our cherry cobbler, light cherry cobbler Stampin' blend. And I like to stick a piece of paper in my envelope so it doesn't bleed through. Let me use my other side, it's a little bit quicker. And then we're going to color our berries. just to coordinate everything together. But I love the little trick with the punch. I think that will come in handy for a lot of people looking for a little different label, or if you don't have a label punch, right? You might not own one of our classic label punches or something like that. This is a great option. So let me give this a nice crease. Hopefully it's all dry. Let's go over that. Let's give that a nice tight crease there with the ribbon. And there you go. There is your elegant Christmas card. So I do hope you guys enjoyed today's video and all the embossing. Embossing, of course, is one of my favorite techniques and so easy to do. So you can find a full supply list in the description of the video, and I look forward to being back with you real soon. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.